Alright. Is this too loud? I think we're all good. Now that everyone is gone, I've been trying to... Okay, let's turn this down. I've been trying to figure out if I can stream reading journal articles, as in they're on the screen, while I go through and highlight them and read them for my video essay, and I'm 99% sure I can't, which is annoying me. I'm just checking if any of these are copyright free, but I don't think they are. Come on, one of you's gotta be. One of you's gotta be free to read on the internet. Let's have a quick look. Well, ResearchGator's got it, but I feel like reading that. I don't know if this is public domain. I don't know. This feels a bit questionable. I wonder if I open this and I just it's just a tiny it's just a tiny like tab. If I can get away with it. If it's like irreadable. Let's have a look. Like if I do something like this, let's have a look. Is it a display source? I think. No. Fucking hell. Been a while since I've used OBS. By a while, I mean like a week ago. Image media source? I'm gonna accidentally turn on my fucking camera in a moment by accident. No. Let's have a double check. Game capture. Ooh, here we go. No. No? Okay. Well, I'm confused on why that didn't work. Oh, lordy. Okay. Let's keep trying. Text. Oh, window capture. And then if we just, that's weird. That didn't work either. No! How did... Okay, here in very, very small text is the research article we're reading. Hell yeah, how do I like... I don't want to get sued. How do I cut this? I wanted to make it so you could only see the title. Yeah, we'll read it like this. We'll read it backwards. We'll read it backwards. Sick. Here you go. Here's the article. God damn it. I don't know how to fix this. If we just, delete that, we just, and then we just, it's the wrong way around. No, I don't want to show it. I don't want to get, I don't want to go to jail. This way. Yeah, and then we just like this. Like this. Now we know what we're reading. Yay. But I have a feeling that as soon as I move the text... Oh no! It's gonna move it! No! Okay, I know how to deal with this. I know how to fix this. Alright. I don't know how to fix it. Let me just, like this. It's, I mean, you can find it online. You can just look it up, and then it comes up. You don't have to download it. You don't do anything, but I don't trust it. I don't trust not getting sued for it. Okay, well, you know. What a great time to stream. I'm guessing, like, what, 4, 3, like 1 a.m. for Americans. Good, yeah. This is a good time. Yeah. No, it's a good time. Okay, let me just fucking put that in there, and then there we go. Now where am I gonna put this? Maybe like, I like this little light thing though. And then we're gonna, let's insert another one. Here she is in the corner. Change that to that font. Color it back in under orange. Check that motherfucker over here. It's hard to read, so I'm gonna change that color. There are children outside. Can they please fuck off? Okay. Okay, no. White it is. Actually, I'm gonna fucking move up. Move this right here. What do you think? That's not too bad. No, I just need to change the color. Like a black. Yeah. Hell yeah. How about this motherfucker down here? Like, make that smaller. Keep the 0 days since anitube has read a book meme. Okay. Alright. Well, setup done. Don't know why I couldn't have done that. Before it all went live, but oh well. Hey, sweetie. Hi, soybean. Alright. Complaining about anitube video numbers like 38. Anitube is annoying. Big surprise. I mean, I don't know what I can say that I haven't already said, but I feel like I say it and then I delete the video, and then I say it and then I delete the video, and this will probably get deleted as well, but like, I don't know, like, it's still frustrating. Even though I've said it so many times, it is still frustrating to deal with. And it frustrates other people as well, and I don't know, I just, I feel like I want to do my very, 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 very small, minuscule part and say something. Because it's annoying. It relates to the meme. 0 days since anitube has read a book. I feel like I said this pretty well in the last complaining rant that I did like 2 years ago, complaining about like, if this is something that so many people, so many anime YouTubers are making money off, talking about anime and criticizing it and analyzing it and you know, discussing it and reviewing it, and if it's just something like we are making money off, why are we so content being like the intellectual gutter of YouTube when it comes to it? Because it's like the least we could do is show some respect for the medium that we are making money off of. Again, it sounds like defensive and silly, but these people, they make the anime. There's so many people involved in making all these individual shows for this medium, and then to just be like shit on online because like the fucking the color palette isn't to your liking, or the animation looks shoddy, or the voice acting. Not saying you can't criticize it, but it's like, can we just like treat it a little bit more respectfully? Can we do it in a bit of a better way? And I think that would involve, you know, doing a bit of reading now and then. I don't get why. And Joe's talked about this on Twitter. I'll pause and select a little bit. My God. Which is really strange because I guess we're friends, so it's weird to say, but the true monarch here. He talked about how people call him an academic and how that's annoying because he's not an academic and he is in no really real way involved himself in academic discourse, the discourse with capital D of academia. It's just that he reads and cites his work in his videos, and so people use that as a constant excuse that, hey, I don't do that because I'm not an academic, so I don't have to read a book, or I don't have to source this, I'm not going to do any sightings, I'm not going to do, and it's like, it's such a fucking baby excuse. Again, if you're making money off the medium, the least you could do, it's not that hard. Do we call fucking 16-year-olds that read like A Court of Thorn and Roses, that read books, do we call them academics because they fucking read? No, they're children. And if I had a kid in my class that read fucking journal reviews, I wouldn't call them a fucking academic. If I had a kid that sourced a fucking research paper for their fucking biology assignment and they sourced it, I wouldn't call them a fucking academic. They're just they're just citing a source. It makes their work a lot more legible and understandable and easier to agree with, and it backs up their work, but it doesn't make them an academic, right? And I don't know why that's so hard for people to grasp. It's such just a defense mechanism of, I'm not an academic, so I don't blah, blah, blah. You don't need to be talking. You don't need to make it like really dry content. You don't need to make really just, you know, plain, very, very like big vocab, big words, very like no jokes, no humor, no pop culture references, really strict, formal. You don't need to make a formal language video to have to cite your shit. Like, you can make jokey videos, you can make silly stuff and slapstick and make it comedic, make it specifically for entertainment, and still cite your fucking sources. Like, it's not... And again, when people say this, they're not saying like, oh, go and read like fucking every fucking book there is on your topic. It doesn't have to be like that. It can simply be your research, you're talking about an anime, read some interviews by the fucking creator. If you're focusing on the creator and like what he's done in the anime or whatever, or his the director or whatever, find some interviews. It's not that hard. If you're specifically talking about a type of animation or a style or a certain soundtrack, find some interviews. Read like a papers are not that long. They're like an average of like 20 pages, and I'm a slow reader. I could do that in fucking 40 minutes. If I'm annotating, it's going to take a little longer, but that's one fucking paper, and that's all you would have to do. And it's interesting. It doesn't even have to be directly on the topic, and you don't even have to read the whole fucking paper. You can read small parts of it and be like, okay, cool, that's what I'm looking for. I can highlight that bit, take that bit, and then put that into your video somewhere. Again, it just makes it more interesting. And the idea that's like, oh, that's formal, that's academic. It's fucking not. Because I had year 10 kids that do feature articles, And they have to fucking cite their shit in their informal feature article that uses language like, I think this, I believe, blah, 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 blah. They're still making points. All these YouTube videos are still making points. So they need to give something to me, that evidence, to make it eligible, okay? Not saying that anitube has to be like fucking high school, but if you're taking an authority point on something, you're making an argument, you're talking about something, discussing it and making points, you should be bringing your fucking evidence. You learn this in high school. Come on. It just makes it more credible. It makes it more interesting, and it makes me more likely to believe what you're fucking talking about, rather than just randomly discussing shit out of your head because you're not an quote-unquote academic. Not a fucking excuse. And again, I just think it makes the content more interesting because I think when you are using sources and you're citing things and you're getting your information from somewhere else, not just out of your fucking head, you're using it to back up your main points, right? I just think that is going to make for a more interesting argument. I like hearing things like arguments and bringing through evidence that I don't know of or I haven't heard of, and learning things from that. Like, again, it doesn't have to be a stale, formal, direct, okay, like a passive video. It can be entertaining and funny, but like I'm looking at someone like, I don't know, like H-Bomber Go, right? Makes videos, they're entertaining, and they're silly, but they also have fucking sources. You can do that. And I mean, he has a lot of sources, and it's not even like, it doesn't even require a lot. It's not like we are asking you to go and read fucking all of the Anime Machine and cite the shit out of every fucking page of it. It's just finding the parts you need, citing it and sourcing it. Because I guarantee that my fucking year 10, 11, and 12 students are not reading fucking 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 page plus journal articles to get their point on their biology assignment, okay? They find the parts they need, they skim it, they read it, they annotate it, they source it, they cite it. Like, and anitube could do the same. It's just such a bad excuse. Again, bring back the point. Are we okay with being the intellectual gutter of niche YouTube, I guess? Where we're so okay with just this constant, it's like, are we just going to have content that is constantly about the same fucking really poorly done critical literacy theory points about different anime over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? This is the best anime. This is the worst anime. This anime is good because color palette. This anime is bad because color palette. This one has good sakuga. This one has bad sakuga. This one soundtrack is good because I like it. This one soundtrack is bad because I don't like it. Like, come on. It is boring. It is not interesting. And I think that the nicheness of the community, how small it has gotten, how many creators have kind of fucking dissipated or moved on to other topics, is related to that. Because you can only talk about how different anime are bad and different anime are good for so fucking long before you yourself get bored and your audience gets bored as well. We're not offering anything substantial. Hey, stop. Cat destroying my couch. We're not offering anything substantial, and I just feel that it's a waste because there's so much content, there's so many journal articles, there's so many books, there's so much to read, and so much of it is out there for free. Like, I think MECHADEMIA stuff, you can get a good bunch of that online for free. Like, we've got Sci-Hub, we've got ResearchGate, websites that you can use to get this shit for free. If you're in a university, you've pretty much got access to everything. It's just, not that I would ever say go and steal content, because Jesus Christ. And it's interesting. I think it's interesting. I think if you care, this is a bit of a fucking me being tugging that emotive language, being a bit of a facetious bitch. But I think if you care about the medium, you would find this kind of stuff interesting. If you really cared about it. This is a medium that you love, you cherish, you watch anime with, you follow your creators, you follow AniChart, you follow this, you're interested in it. but then you don't really want to know what's behind it, or its history, or its culture, or any like interviews, what the actual creators think and have said over time. Like, what? That's just, why would that not be interesting to you? I don't understand. Like, this is your medium. And then it comes down to you actually interested in it, or are you just interested on shitting and then appraising certain shows? Stop attacking my couch! Jesus Christ. Are you just more interested in just shitting on a show, and you just like it to be anime because it's like short and animated and pretty colors? Like, I don't know. That's me being really facetious, but it's just annoying, dude. And if you're not interested in, again, the content that you're reading doesn't even have to be directly related to the topic. It can be, like this text I'm reading here: parental psychological control and dysfunctional separation individuation, a tale of two different dynamics, right? This thing has nothing to fucking do with Steven Universe, but I'm reading it and relating it, and if I find it useful, citing it in my video, because I want to make a connection that hasn't been made before on YouTube, or even in academic, I did the thing again, even in like other journal articles, like, hasn't been made before, and I find that interesting. I like taking shows and then finding my own connections, and then researching that, creating a hypothesis, and then writing about it. That's interesting to me, and I think it makes for content that is more interesting than just like hitting those dopamine centers in your head with like, oh, I think the show's bad and this person thinks the show's bad, that means I agree with them and they made a funny joke, I think they're funny, subscribe. It's like, come on. Again, it gets boring. It gets fucking boring. And I don't know. Again, I've said this like a million times. I'm just repeating what I've said a million times, but I just think it's the least we can do. Finding an interview about what the director has said about the anime you're talking about, or about previous anime, it ain't that fucking hard. They're out there. They do those interviews. That's like the easiest thing you can source. People aren't asking these creators to look at full books, like I've said a million times. It's just a matter of kind of caring a little bit more about the medium that you're making money off of. Widening the scope of what we actually talk about in this community, other than this show good, this show bad, which I ultimately think leads to just, one, content that becomes stale really fast, and two, the creator becoming bored with the content. I definitely know that's what happened with me with making reviews, because that's the kind of content I used to make. I used to talk about why this show good, this show bad. And sometimes I think like it would be fun. For like a one-off video, it would be fun to go back and like I was reviewing all the anime that came out in 2014, and sure, it would be fun to go back and do that and write those things. But ultimately, I'm not satisfied with it. And I don't think I really put anything that interesting onto YouTube. I think I just put in another video where I said this anime you've never seen and probably never will see that came out in 2014 and was watched by like 30 people is shit. Oh, who would have expected it? Did you know that Terraformers isn't very good? Oh my god. Ah ha ha, remember that? Remember the censorship? Ah ha ha. It's boring. I just find it boring. I don't know, there's my hot take. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this article up here. I can't actually bring it up, because even though you can look it up online and find it in 2 seconds and you don't have to download anything or purchase anything, I don't want to be sued, so we're not going to do that. But you know, feel free to leave comments. Feel free to have a discussion. I'm up for that. I'll continue talking. I might read parts of the article that I find interesting online. But you know, apart from that, it's probably just going to be a very chill stream. Probably won't last that long. I kind of said everything I wanted to say. Now I'm just going to read some sources. And I'm just vibing over here. So may as well have some other people while I read this fucking article. What we got? Let me play some music. Let's find some obnoxious lo-fi. Hey Patrick. Dude, it's been fucking forever. So if you're looking for my complaining points about anitube, I just said them for anyone that has come in before before they heard me say that. It's there, just go back in the video, you'll find it. Or ask me to discuss other things in the comments, I don't really care. You know what, I don't think I want to listen to that. I think I would rather listen to... What we got? Yeah, some fucking more jazz-based stuff. Alright. Let's read a journal article. Parent psychological control and dysfunctional separation, individuation. Two different dynamics. Alright. I'll probably be reading most of this in silence. So it's just a very silent, chill stream. I'll respond to comments, bring up discussion points if you want, but otherwise it's gonna be kind of like a silent stream. Do you still read journal articles after uni? Yeah, I do, because again, it's not a thing directly tied to academia. It's just, I think they're interesting. And if I'm trying to make a video where I'm making an argument, I want to have evidence for my argument. And the best place for me to find evidence is peer-reviewed journal articles on the internet. I feel like I have too much trauma from doing assignments in one night. Yeah, I've been there. It took me a good couple of years. I mean, last year I didn't do any anime content. I didn't do any video content because I was just working the whole time as a full-time teacher. And I was fucking sick of studying for 5 years. But now it's not related to study. It's not related to university anymore. I'm just doing this because I want to do it. I'm doing it because I'm relating it to content that I'm actually interested in. And I'm not traumatized by it. But I would understand how someone would be, because procrastination and trying to get things done by deadlines for university is very stressful, because if you don't do it, you're fucking down $7,000 or how much the course costs. I find them interesting, just prefer to watch videos on them. That said, I have ADHD, that's why. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm reading these articles so I can make a video on it. So I'm not reading them just because... I mean, I could read them just because I wanted to, but I want to use it for evidence for something. We need to get my highlighter out. Cool, so it uses a Belgian sample of adults for the study. Almost out of uni. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking got this, bro. Infancy, adolescence, emerging adulthood. Yeah, I was pretty fucking done with it when I had done 5 years of uni. I enjoy essay writing and I enjoy making some of the content, but goddamn the deadlines and working and all the prac. I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore. But again, content like this, reading it at my own pace, reading about something directly related to something I'm interested in making a video about, I enjoy. When this process goes wrong, individuals display difficulties in establishing their identity, personal ill-being, and interpersonal problems. Intrusive. Okay, looks like this source is kind of just adding to the theory because there's not a big body of work for it. Just being someone who can speak English and Japanese. You can speak Japanese, Patrick? I can't. No, Gil definitely can. Separation individuation revolves around the resolution of a relational tension between distance and connectedness. That's cool, man. I really should learn some other languages, but I like sleeping 12 hours a day, so. The language I want to create a sense of self, distinct and individuated from parental object representations. Brilliant. That's a good line. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes! Young people are challenged to transform the hierarchical childlike relationship with the parents into a more mutual relationship between equal adults. Brilliant. We've got a source here as well I can follow after. It's exactly what we're talking about. I mean, yeah, I guess socializing is a really quick way to learn it. A lot of baptism by fire. Not too cool. Continued co-residence with parents in emerging adulthood is associated with more problematic separation individuation. No relationships found between emerging adults' residential status and pathology. Oh. So it's just a theory. Yeah, I guess it would definitely make your practical skills higher. And bad. Oh, well, as long as you're passing, who cares? As long as you can pass, who cares? First time viewer, the title made me click. Welcome, Nantonaku. I probably fucking destroy that name. Welcome. I've kind of made my main points about what I wanted to talk about, but what part of the title made you want to join here? Because I did do like a 40-minute discussion complaining about anime YouTube, and now I am reading journal articles, though I can't read them on screen, so it feels like a very silent, very quiet kind of stream where not much is happening, and therefore is pretty boring to most people. But thank you for being here anyway. The articles could be cringe. No, I'm sorry, I'm not reading cringe articles. I'm reading genuine journal articles about psychology for my video on Steven Universe, which I guess is kind of cringe in itself. Ah, I see what you mean. And complaining about anitube. Right, anitube is my area, it's my community, so that's what I was complaining about, but the video I'm making isn't even related to anime, so I guess that would cause confusion if you've never been in one of these streams before. No, I don't think there are any journal articles out there complaining about anime YouTube, but because I don't know what their main study would be, what like the method, the actual hypothesis would be that they are studying and trying to prove. But anitube is mega cringe, absolutely agree. Oh, I keep losing my place. Two types of parent psychological control. Don't turn into anymore, just trash taste. Yeah, I've seen trash taste go off very well, which is not surprising at all because fucking of course it did. I mean, it's the biggest anime YouTubers with large audiences create a new platform. They talk about popular anime and the topics that have been discussed a million times before in the anime community, which brings people in because they want to hear their opinion on it, and it's does really well. They all have pretty, you know, similar senses of humor as well, and they're pretty entertaining people, so that makes sense. God damn it! Every time I think of like content, which was like a rivaling, giant quotation marks podcast, not even a podcast, like show. It's kind of like it was trying to be like Red Letter Media of anitube, and how it just completely crashed and burned in like 9 months. It makes me so depressed because I'm not, and in no way, a professional networker, but I guarantee I could have made that work. It wouldn't have taken that much work to make that podcast work well. Last anime I watched was localized, and I swapped anime to VTubers, to be honest. Interesting. Because they're different. Like, VTubers don't really have, they're not narratives, right? They're just people live streaming. But to be honest, I watch a lot more live streams nowadays than anime. I haven't watched an anime in years. I'm just heavily a part of this community and really care about the people in this community, and anime in general as a concept. Don't watch for the anime discussions, to be honest, just the in real life stuff. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they talked that much about in real life stuff. I don't really watch Trash Chase. When I think of Trash Chase, my brain automatically goes to Podtaku, which was like the old podcast that Gigok and other people had. Then it just makes me nostalgic, because then I remember that I was in fucking middle and high school when that came out, and that's very strange. Okay, two types of parental psychological control. Potakus when I was into that sort of stuff. Yeah, same. More into J-pop, J-rock now. Moved interest. Yeah, that's very normal for people to do as they become older and as they move out of home and as they become adults. I definitely think a lot of people that watch like anime YouTubers are quite young. Isn't Gaunt like 30 something now though? That's fucking scary. He's not 30 something. He's got to be almost 30. I'm almost 30 in giant brackets. 24. Close enough. Man. Research has consistently shown that psychological control is related to adverse developmental outcomes in children, adolescents, and emerging adults, including depression, anxiety, and maladaptive perfectionism. Interesting. I really do think this will be an interesting video. I don't really know how I'm gonna frame it. I can't think of like the parts that I'm gonna break it down to. I feel like I broke down the Kuzu no Honkai video I did like 4 years ago, which is depressing because it feels like it was like 2 years ago and it's fucking 4 years ago. I feel like I could think of the parts that I was gonna break it down to, like talk about Carmen's drama triangle, how it affects the characters negatively, miscommunication, how it affects the characters negatively, positive ending with drama triangle, positive ending with miscommunication, and then a small bit of mono no aware, how it affects the characters. But this one I'm like, fucking, I don't know. Narcissism. Steven Universe doesn't engage in the narcissism. Parental separation individuation starts happening in the Steven Universe future episodes. Does a good job. Really gotta think about how I'm gonna do that. Soybean! So much lacking evidence, it looks like. Sleeping, come here. Hi, come here. Dependence, function, independence. Hi. I've been further away from American, so I don't touch it all not as really. I wouldn't say I'm opposite. I haven't watched, I mean, I guess, yeah, 90% of the media I watch is American media. I watched all of BoJack this year, from start to finish. That was really good. I'm still kind of processing it. Recently watched Toucan Birdie and I really liked that. I fucking was forced to watch all of Rick and Morty and that was mostly pretty not good. I mean, it's fine. It's got some good stuff, but I just cannot stand all the other media around it. And I haven't watched anime in years, so I guess you're right. I guess I have moved away from it. But I think I really should, I'm not disinterested in it. It just ends up being the times that I engage with media are usually when I'm eating dinner. Because I've got 2 weeks off now because school holidays, because I am a teacher, relief teacher. But usually when I'm up at 6:30 in the morning, and I get home at like 4:30. Every second day I'm at the gym, and when I'm not at the gym, I get home. So when I'm at the gym, I get home at like 5:36, 6:30ish. When I'm not, I'll get home much earlier, but depending on if the school's like 40 minutes away or 20 minutes away when I get home, like, and then I'm going to make dinner in my relationship. So come here, kitty. So most of the time, yeah, I get home and I cook dinner, and then like at 6 or whatever, I watch enjoying that? Putting your face on my microphone? We'll just watch me and my partner just watch something on like Netflix or something. and it's usually not like an anime. But we did watch Devilman Crybaby recently, or I rewatched it when he watched it. It wasn't too bad. I think it does some really interesting things. And we watched an episode to A Paranoia Agent. I think right now we're watching Nathan For You, or I'm forcing my partner to watch it because I think it's fucking hilarious. He's not a huge fan of it because he's insane. And I guess anime, like, watching new stuff is just not something I'm big into, and he's not big into it either. He always wants to show me stuff he's already seen, and I always want to show him stuff I've already seen. New things are scary, you see. Especially anime. So I guess that's why we haven't watched much of it. And we usually only watch like 1 or 2 episodes and then go do other stuff. Hi kitty. Hi kitty. Is that good, pets? Is that good? Sounds like got way more schedule for me. Yeah, I do now. It's taken me a year. Last year it was just awful. It was so bad mentally. I was working like 12, 13 hours a day, get up at 6, go to bed at like 1 a.m. doing schoolwork, and did nothing but school, and then spent my every holiday stressing out about school and grading. Now that I do relief teaching, I have a really strict schedule. I work basically every day, if not every 4 days out of 5. And then I force myself to go to the gym every couple of days, and then I make dinner and stuff. But I need schedule. If I don't have routine, like, I just sleep the whole time and get nothing done, and it makes me really, like, it doesn't help with my mental health. So I really need routine. I need to be doing something. I'm also a perfectionist, so I need to do something well. I can't half-ass it. So I like doing relief teaching because it forces me to really be working properly for someone else under a schedule, under a routine, under an expectation, and that helps me function. I'm on holidays now, and most of my time is sleeping, and not going to the gym, which is starting to get on my nerves. But it's only 2 weeks, so it's fine. Next term and later this week, I will definitely plan to do some stuff that isn't just sitting at home. Work part-time, I go to the gym maybe 4 days a week, just get mental boom from studying, don't have any fuel left to get through Tuesday. Yeah, I feel that for sure. I was so just emotionally exhausted from teaching 12, 13 hours and grading and reporting and schooling behavior and stopping like verbal and physical fights constantly. Like, it was so fucking exhausting. All the pressure from like admin and head of department, like, it was insane. I never wanted to do anything. I stopped going to the gym all of last year. I did nothing but work. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I lost 10 kilos. I was underweight. It was really bad. And I had to stop after a year because it was just ridiculous. And now, the media won't stop about teacher shortages. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I fucking wonder why. It's a real question. Why do we have a shortness of teachers? I fucking wonder. Why do we have a shortness of people going to university? It's a real question. Yeah, it wasn't until I found a job that is just so like you do the work there and then you go home. It works so well for me, and it's not really high stress work. I mean, it can be. Some classrooms are really stressful. Some classrooms kids go fucking psycho, and some schools have psychotic kids. But honestly, even after doing them, when they leave the classroom, I feel relief, and I feel like, hey, like, yeah, I did this well. I can actually think of things that I did okay, and it's like a challenge. Because I'm so perfectionistic, I just think like, I always think of things that I'm not doing correctly, but my brain is able to wire that to think that think of it as a challenge for next time, and not like beat myself up about it like I used to with my class last year, or my classes last year. And when it hits 3 o'clock, I go home and I don't have to worry about it, and I honestly feel it feels like an absolute dream, honestly. Like, I cannot believe I found a job in this industry that's so chill, and then every 10 weeks I get 2 weeks holiday. I don't get paid for it, but 2 weeks holiday, and at the end of the year I get 6 weeks holiday. But because the pay is so good, it doesn't matter that I'm not working like 12 weeks of the year, and I need that time to de-stress, and I don't need anything longer than that. Like 2 weeks on its own, I'm like, cool, it's ready to go back. Tired and kind of enjoying sleeping and not doing anything, but like, I know when I get back to work, it'll make me feel better mentally. I'll be in a routine. So I'm just like living a sick life right now, not to fucking brag, but like I feel like my year of absolute hell kind of makes up for it. I only have experience teaching adults. Oh, really? Teaching adults sounds pretty chill because I feel like behavior is like not a problem. Teaching high school is the bane of my fucking existence. Especially high schoolers that really should be in primary school because they don't know how to read. Neither job doesn't have stuff outside of hours. Just because I can't manage work outside of a work environment, I just won't get to doing it if I'm not on the web. Yeah, I feel like it as well. I'd stay at my workplace until like school would finish at like 2:30, and I'd stay there till like 5:30 until the gates closed and I had to leave. Because I would get home and I would procrastinate for like 3 hours and freak out, stress and cry, and then do the work, and then I would be up to like 1-2 a.m. and then get up at 6 a.m. and that was every day for a whole year, and it was the worst time of my life. So I didn't realize how much different life can be when you don't have to bring everything home with you. And I'm also surprised looking back that I actually did that for so long, for a whole year. But thank God there's relief teaching, because Jesus Christ. I actually don't think I would have gotten a job if relief teaching didn't exist. I think I would be jobless. I think I would be working in some kind of supermarket or something again, which I also hate doing. Because I just feel like I'm not really making any kind of difference. And I get harassed by men a lot. So, very happy that this exists. But if we can not have any fucking more lockdowns during the term, that'd be sick, because I can't work. And there's no safety net for relief work. Comply with parental standards for achievement and individual performance. Not allow their children to have experience with independent action. Yes! Cool. Excessive focus on relatedness with their parents. The expense of exploring their individuality. Sick. Yes, yes. So they're becoming the parent. They become the parent. This makes absolutely no sense to anyone but me because I'm reading it. It's related to Steven Universe. I'll prove it. Give me like 4 months. I'll make the video. I'll prove it. It's related. But it's great. Lockdowns are rare as fuck. The only benefit of living here. Yeah. The lazy part of me is like, yeah, my rent is cheap and I have plenty of income. So just fucking give me a lockdown so I can sleep and do nothing all day. But I know that like makes me like happy because like I'm fucking lazy on the inside, but I know mentally and emotionally, it just, especially mentally, it's not a good place for me. Like, I don't like going to the gym. I fucking don't like it. But if I'm working, I'm in a car, I might as well just drive in there. And I know that once I do it, I feel better about myself. So I know that even though I kind of want lockdowns because, like, sick, I get to stay at home and no one can judge me for staying at home and sleeping for like 12 hours because, like, what else are you gonna do? I know it makes me feel mentally better to be out and working and feeling like I'm making a difference and working towards something. Even if it's just working towards getting to the next holidays, that's something to work for. And I work at enough schools. Like, I work at one school that I've been working at I worked at this school for the whole of last term, and I was there like almost, some weeks I wasn't there, but most weeks I was there for a good 2-3 days. Sometimes I was there for like 4 days a week. So the kids know me. And I feel like I was building a connection with them and helping them get their assessments done. Like, I wasn't the main teacher, but I felt like I was making a difference, you know? I like that. It'll be fun for a week being lazy, then you'll hate yourself after that week. Yeah, I was all lazy last week because of the lockdown. And, like, I'm just sitting here like, fuck, man. Like, I like it, but, like, I'm eating when I'm not even hungry. I'm not, like, the only thing that I'm doing is fucking making dinner. Like, my room is trash. Like, my bed, like, my study. Like, Bruh. Not PogChat. Not Deja Vu. Speaking of which, I've got to put my laundry on in a moment. I'm going to get to the end of this page and then put some laundry on because it's 5:15 p.m. Being alone is a threat and develop separation anxious orientation. Love and acceptance are made contingent upon meeting strict parental demands for achievement, just like Stephen being perceived to have to be his mum, but the family doesn't perceive him to do that, and that's why it's a good thing, but lots of parents do. Lots of parents just see their children as smaller versions of them, and lots of parents see their children as smaller versions of them, and that they need to do things that they couldn't do in their childhood. It's very cool. I love reading about it. I just think it's so psychologically interesting. And I also like thinking about it with my own parents and other people's parents. Why do they act the way that they do? Why did they make the parental choices they did? A lot of it can come down to the idea that they had things in their childhood and their adolescence and their young adulthood that they weren't able to do, and so they want their children to do it. And it comes off often as very subconsciously. Which is kind of like one of my main points in my Steven Universe video, and then I'm going to talk about how Steven Universe encourages parents and children to not engage in this kind of psychological behavior and actions. And kind of just be unconditional in a way that I think is, you know, it's in a children's magic show about magic rocks, but I think is realistic. Like, oh my god, the is it Rose's Door or something? What's it called? Room for Rose? Oh, what the fuck? Give me a second. I'm gonna fucking find it because I value it. So, it is. It's not anyway. Storm in the Room is an episode of Steven Universe. There's like a YouTube video. It's like 2.5 minutes. It's like part of a Steven Universe episode. It's where he's angry and confronts his mom, whose name's Rose Quartz, who is dead. And she's like, there's this room that he can go in and he can like create what he wants. Like anything Steven wants, he can create. So he creates his mom, which is really sad. It's 2.5 minutes, and I think it is fucking masterful. Masterful 2.5 minutes. Like most people would just watch it and be like, fucking, I don't get it. But if you looking at it in the lens that I'm looking at, it proves my thesis. So that makes me like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I am right. Me right, me smart. But also the context of the show is just it's so good. It's fucking brilliant. Steven, like, I'm linking it. I'm fucking linking it. I don't care. No one cares about this. I care about it. Watch it and be like, that was I don't care. That meant nothing. That was kind of cute. It was cute. This is cute. This show's cute. But like, he sees his mom as this like perfect figure, and he's like, you're not really my mom, and he's like, you did all this. Oh, spoilers. This episode is spoilers. But like, who the fuck? None of you fucking people are gonna watch Steven Universe. I'm not even trying to get you to watch it. Like, fucking don't. Who cares? Now you're gonna watch it. Just the clip's good. And he's like, oh, you did this, you did these evil things, and he thinks that his mom was like this evil figure, and then he like calms down, and the mom like speaks to him, and which isn't really his mom, it's just his psychological like consciousness speaking to him. And then he's like, no, you're not that, you're not this perfect figure, and you're not this evil figure, you're just something in between, you're human. And it's like, yes, more of that, more of seeing parents as humans and not as this omnipotent being or this evil creature trying to destroy you. Yes, Steven Universe, yes. Also, it's like music, the score is perfect, the animation is perfect scene, perfect 10 out of 10, don't change a thing, masterpiece, perfect. Of all like bits of animation of all the shows out there, I just watched BoJack and my brain's like, no, this fucking cartoon, this shitty 2.5 minutes of a silly cartoon, this is the best. As children interiorize Their parents' emphasis on achievement and perfection, they might become preoccupied with demonstrating their personal ability, thereby ignoring the need for closeness and relatedness. Blah, 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 blah. Subcritical perfectionism has been argued to involve preoccupation with personal achievement at the expense of satisfying interpersonal relationships. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright, there's the study. I'm not really interested that much in the study. Kinda just more interested in the theory. Hi, baby. Are you comfy? Blah 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 blah. Big study, lots of words, lots of stars, lots of fucking numbers, lots of p over 0.15 over p over 0.1 over 0.001 variables, blah 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 blah. What else we got? Discussion. I need to stop raining so I can go out. Yeah. I've got leftover spaghetti bolognese that I made last night, but I'm kind of fucking... I've wanted to make mac and cheese for a while. Every time I make mac and cheese, it tastes like fucking garbage. But that's because I only use one kind of cheese, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm making white people mac and cheese. I'm making it the white person way, and it's coming out terrible. I need to make it... I need to culture my mac and cheese. Like, seriously? Is that racist? Oh god. I'm not trying Jesus. Oh no. I mean, it's the joke that, you know, white people have food it just tastes like nothing. Like, that's the joke. We put no flavor, no spice. I mean, I put spices in. I put onion powder and garlic powder and everything else, paprika, like, into it, the pasta, and I put cheese. But, like, I only put tasty cheese in, and god damn, it tastes like ass. I need to get some Gouda. I need to get some Colby Jack cheese, some Viveda maybe, like... Spice it up a bit, maybe a parmesan. I don't think mac and cheese can be anything but white people food. It's not! It's actually not. Like, I don't know the history of it, but I know that, like, I don't want to say anything that I don't know enough about, but I can tell you very clearly, Pat, that people in America making the good mac and cheese are not white people. Cheese in general. Well, yeah, I guess it's Italian, isn't it? They're quite white. I mean, they're white now. Okay, findings of study that a psychologically controlling parents' climate may interfere with the blah 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 blah. Cool. That's all I need. In line with recent studies, cool. Indicate that domain-specific expressions of control are related differently to dysfunctional, dependent, and dysfunctional independent manifestations are problematic. Separation, individuation. Yep, cool. That's what I wanted. Dependency-oriented psychological control is primarily related to dysfunctional dependence, not independence. When parents are intrusive manipulative tactics to keep their child physically and emotionally close to them, the emerging adult is more likely to report a strong fear of abandonment and loss of important others when going through the separation individuation process. Little experience with handling things on their own and becoming overly dependent on others. Hell yeah. That's what I want to hear. Parents' loving attention is conditional upon meeting parental standards. Children might strive for personal success without time. Yeah, you already said that. Interesting. Kind of doesn't go with what I'm saying, but it is fine. Even low to moderate levels of psychological control might be detrimental to a child's well-being. Cool. Very epic. With the broader phenomenon in psychology that bad is stronger than good. Interesting. Treatments, parents should instead promote autonomy supported parenting. Parent intervention is largely opposite of psychologically controlling parenting. Contrary to controlling parents, pressure their children into compliance through intrusive and manipulative tactics. Autonomy supported parents take the child's perspective. Yes, excellent. Allow choices that are possible, good, and refrain from controlling language. Beneficial for adolescents and emerging adults, well-being and adjustments. Continued correspondence with parents in emerging adulthood cannot be explained from a tendency to overly seek closeness to others at the experience of the achieved blah 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 blah. Essentially, the parental home does not seem to stem from a strong preoccupation with individuality and rejection of connectedness, although the act of home leaving forms an important step in the transition to adulthood. Gonna need that bit. Not strongly determining or determined by the course of the process. Okay, not determined by that process. Okay. Okay, last page, and then I'm doing my laundry. And probably gonna end the stream so I can go buy some cheese. Ooh! The finding of the study challenged the notion that psychological control would by necessity lead to a dependent orientation where children fail to differentiate themselves. Children fail to know their parents and Driven by feelings of loyalty and separation, remain dependent on parents. It appears that psychological control might just as well relate to a pathologically independent stance, where children have an unhealthy need to prove themselves and differentiate themselves from others. Interesting. I think I've got a source that is against this. So they can be dependent or independent, but it's not saying that they can't. Wait, lead to a dependent. Challenges the idea that they will become their parents, but they can become their parents or become obsessed with differentiating themselves from them. Dependent or independent, but doesn't say it's not dependent. So not against my thesis. Cool, that is another source down. Let's save that. So now we have read 7 sources. We've got 7 sources so far. I want to get like 15 would be good. I feel like 15 sources plus like the text itself would work. So this is Kin's and Sonen's work. Gonna save it as Kin's work. Kin's E 2000 and when did this come out? Oh, it doesn't say. Alright, 2012? 2012. Excellent. So K, so E, wait, so Kim's E 2012, bracket, full stop, parental psychology and psychological control and dysfunction, save, check that in the Discord. And then we are on to the next text. What is the next text going to be? Let's have a, let's open it up. So that was Kim's 2012. Is this also Kim's 2012? Yes. Wait, is that the same thing? Yep. Cope, key. Cop key. I think I've read this one. Dynamics. Let's have a look and see if I've read this already. Check the file. So, cop key. Dynamics of emerging adult. Hood. Yep, I've already read that text. So bye bye. Schaefer, I think I've read as well. Actually, have I? No, I've not read. Concepts of self and identity and the experience separation. Ideal adolescence. That's what I want. One that's focusing on adolescence. Would be brilliant. Okay. Snip violet. Eh. Save it. Put it. Oh god. Oh my lord. Okay, come on. Brilliant. Delete. Yes. Move. Next. This baby. Alright, I do think I'm gonna end it there though. I probably will read this text and add it to my Discord production passage. Yeah, I think I got the main points about anitube. I'm probably gonna cut most of the stream up and just keep the first 40 minutes and then have that up on the channel. But yeah, you know, video on its way halfway through the sources, and then, you know, we'll start creating the script, getting it together, finish watching CV Universe, and then hopefully we'll have a video on the Concept Canon channel, not on this channel. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking leave now because I'm really tired. I need to do some laundry and eat something that isn't shapes. Anitube, do better. Read an article, read an interview, cite a source. It's not hard, please. Make this community be something that we can be proud of.